Hello everybody, this is RobotnikIsSexy, and this is a really good battle video. I just had it right now, and I'm dedicating it to Mr. Stephen Bradley, who is 21 on this very day, and he gave me as a present this very Arcanine featured in this video on Christmas for 2010, and he's really he's brilliant. Like, he's got max IVs and everything except special attack, which he doesn't use, so Steve worked really hard on him, so a lot of effort given for a gift that I really care about and use, which is this Arcanine. And this is obviously an underused battle. I really like doing underused battles, and I've really wanted to upload some, but I haven't gotten around to it somehow. So I start out with old school the Blastoise, who I created on accident while trying to find out how to breed Rapid Spin into Tentacruel. And Blastoise is having kind of an off day today, as you're going to see here. Thankfully he's put in the Torrent range, but he misses with Hydro Pump, which is really tragic, and it would have definitely one-hit KO'd the Ambipom, especially since I had Aqua Jet. But what can you do? That's what happens. But despite this first loss of a Pokemon, I really put up a very good fight, and I bring it really close, and it was just such an excellent match. I can only think of one or two matches that I actually uploaded on my YouTube that I consider like really close and good, and this is definitely one of them. Probably number 3 or 4. Yeah, so I have a really odd Arcanine here, as requested, because as Steve was building it, or training it, he would ask me what I wanted on it, and I told him I wanted agility and Will-O-Wisp to confuse people, because like having agility and Will-O-Wisp and extreme speed all in one set is very odd. You won't see that anywhere, because it's really redundant, but in some situations it's good, and I don't know, I like agility a lot. So yeah, I burn his Donphan, making him worthless, and I know I was pretty sure he wasn't going to stay in, but if he did Ice Shard me, I wasn't afraid of it because I have a Yacht Berry. But I was like very sure that he was going to switch out into someone fast, like Ambipom. So I took that opportunity to Rock Polish, and this is, you know, my good old Torterra, who I used to run with the big guys in OU, but I'm trying out other guys. Sorry, Torterra, I love you. Torterra actually, like, he just kills, he basically sweeps. It isn't basically, yeah, it's a little more complicated than that. Yeah, so he's burned, and burned coupling with Yacht Berry pretty much means he just used Quick Attack. So, like, all of the super effective levels have been stripped thanks to those two things. I forgot to mention, the opponent I'm fighting is from Servichat, the place everyone likes to diss, even though they have a lot of really good battlers on it. His name is A-1, A-1, like the sauce, I guess. And, yeah. I don't know if he goes by A1 or Ben, but I think I'm gonna call him A1 because that was his nick in the chat. And yeah, he has a Chansey, and I honestly don't fear Chansey. Honestly, the first thing that came to my mind was Evolution Stone isn't out yet. I'm not really afraid of this thing at all. And so he toxiced me, but I'm really not afraid of it because I'm at such low health anyway, it doesn't really matter. I found out later that that particular Chansey was a double status Chansey. It had Thunder Wave and Toxic, so that's pretty cool. But even still, not having Evolution Stone makes Chansey easier to take care of, but that's, I don't know. Evolution Stone Chansey is like a mutant monster killing machine from hell, so it's a bit of an understatement to say that. But anyway, I'm not really that afraid of Chanseys at all, because I have a lot of physical hitters here on this team. I usually run Ludicolo instead of Toxicroak, but I was trying to think of good counters for Sceptile, because last time I had a UU battle, a Sceptile swept me because I was really careless and let Wheezing and Arcanine faint way ahead of time, and then I was just like totally destroyed. So this Toxicroak really fits in well, especially with Wheezing. I might have a bit of a psychic weakness, but I'm not really afraid of that because Blastoise and Arcanine and Torterra could just take out psychics with brute force. And yeah, so Wheezing really helps out. And Stone Edge is going to do diddly squat after the healing with Black Sludge. It does a fair amount actually, you know. But after he's burned, that's like nothing. And yeah, I didn't get to narrate the part where Torterra did the Braveheart sacrifice himself by exploding everyone with logs, but that part was really cool. That was the end of his sweep, but he actually brought my opponent's Torterra down so low he couldn't substitute, and I had a chuckle at that. That's one of the many parts of this battle that I thought were really good. Yeah, so he's back to Chansey, and then I switch into Dugtrio. And I love Dugtrio. I mean, and I predicted the Thunder Wave too, but mostly I wanted to kill Chansey. Because I've got max neutral attack and Life Orb, which means that at level 100 Dugtrio has around 260-ish attack, which is really kind of pathetic. But, I mean, he gets stabbed from Earthquake and factoring in Life Orb. It's pretty good. And I did get a crit. My opponent said that the crit mattered, but I don't think it did. I didn't think it mattered. And he goes into, obviously, Scarfed Typhlosion, because why else would you use a Typhlosion? Really. And he chooses to lock himself into Extrasensory, which I initially thought was kind of odd, and then I was like, oh yeah, for my 2 poison types, that's pretty good thinking. But I go back into that very special Arcanine that I got from Steve, and he lives with 1 hit point, and gets to pull off that extreme speed, which really mattered. I don't know if there was luck involved, or if he had the perfect number of hit points to take Stealth Rock damage, but it was just perfect. So now I've brought Typhlosion down to like nil health, and I'm going for the kill with Sucker Punch, but he switches to save him for later, and he goes into Rhyperior, who's a darn good Pokemon. I would use one on my team, but I'm too in love with Torterra, so I don't even think about it. And so go back into the complimentary Weezing. And take a Stone Edge like it's nothing. And I was really tempted to go for Thunderbolt. I don't know why. Like, maybe it's because I thought he was going to switch into his Typhlosion. But I'm glad I didn't. I thought it would be much safer to go for Fire Blast, which I do. Go for that Fire Blast, and with the Fire Blast damage coupled with the burn damage, he will die next turn. And that's a double down, which is excellent. Yeah, this is really what Weezing is made for, double downing people or stalling them until they can't work anymore, really. I mean, you know, my opponent complained about my critical hit on Chansey, but he critical hit my Weezing, so I guess that makes it even in the end. So we get a double down there, and he goes down into Typhlosion, and I go out to my latest UU team member, Croak, the Toxicroak, and I go for the Sucker Punch, and I'm so glad my opponent didn't disconnect. I was kind of fearing it, because if he did, I wouldn't be able to show you this battle, because it wouldn't save on my DS if that happened. And that is my really excellent UU battle that I'm dedicating to Steve. And yeah, I'll see you all later, alligators.